I'm a good rubber.
Yeah. I hate that word.
I could think of an uglier word.
What do you think I've got, AIDS?
Well, you could.
Oh, that's love talk.
Yeah, I'm getting excited.
Thanks a lot.
Or I could. And we wouldn't know.
Look, this doesn't feel right anymore.
Oh, yeah, right, like I'd stop.
Yeah, somewhere.
Only a homosexual would stop at that point.
You don't think this is going to work to deter people from...
First of all, I would convince her not to wear a rubber. What do you mean he got up out of bed? What, just because he got to wear a rubber?
You don't think this is realistic?
Oh, get out of here with that. Liberace would have gotten a rubber and done her. What is that? Liberace would have plowed on. Look at this guy, he's leaving. If you had a face like mine instead of the face you see on your screen right now, you would find a rubber real quick. You'd find 6 rubbers if that's what you wanted. What kind of thing is that?
There's got to be a drugstore that's still...
Yeah, right, Biff. Yeah, there he goes.
Get out of here.
Yeah, got it.
Well, they're
Yeah.
trying everything.
Who's the guy in that, Dan Foreman? I'd use a shoe. I would put, let me tell you something. If I was with a woman as good looking as that, I'd put this over my genitalia. I would use this boot like this. I'd say, sweetheart, you'll love it. I'll kill you, but you'll love it. Wouldn't use anything.
Well, I'm just trying to do my part to stop AIDS.
Well, we got to take a break. Yeah, very excited about tonight's show. Got, well, Jackie Stallone. She's, of course, the mother of... But now, before she comes out, before Jackie Stallone comes out, with Frank Stallone, her son, and...
We couldn't get the more famous one?
no, isn't it incredible? I said, Jackie, how about Sylvester?
Bring in one of your kids.
We had Frank a couple of weeks ago. No, you bring Frank. But listen, before she comes out, let's put on our headbands so we look like her.
Yeah. Make her feel at home.
Yeah. Because she wears wacky headbands and stuff. You know what I'm doing on mine?
What?
I'm going to put on an antenna. Oh, there you are. Come on, everybody, sit down.
Hail the conquering hero.
Now, let me introduce everybody.
Like
This
needed.
is Jackie Stallone. Everybody has their headbands on. This, of course, is Frank Stallone.
Yes.
And this is Jackie's boyfriend, Jack.
How do you like that?
And we met him in Los Angeles.
Right.
This is the man that
I
you...
guarantee you're going to ask him what color he is.
Yeah, what color are
Watch
you?
your show.
Yeah, what ethnic group are you?
Rainbow.
Really? I mean, seriously, you're so red, you could be an Indian, couldn't you?
You bet.
You guys are a bunch of Arapahoes here. Look at those
How do we look, huh?
headbands.
Now, Frank has got to... You know, Frank is embarrassed by these headbands. He really
Why
is.
is that?
No, come on, the headband. You seriously, you told me the last time I met you, you picked up Mars on these things, if you tune them the right way. Seriously, Jackie.
Yeah.
Come on, Frank, you like these?
He hates them.
No.
He hates them, right? Do you
It
think
cuts
he's
off his
embarrassed?
circulation.
I don't know why you should be embarrassed. Since the day he was born, I've been wearing them.
Oh, you really have?
So suddenly, should I change because he's famous?
It's almost like we're
I look
hippies.
like Grandma Moses?
Exactly. Now, this guy, Jack,
Yeah.
is your love
Boy.
mate. Am I correct?
No, he's my,
Gopher.
Gopher?
Gopher.
So,
You know
Frank,
what
this
a
is your
gopher-
stepdad in a way, right?
I don't think so. Yeah. They just borrowed their clothes from Rick James.
Because it's a fascinating
last tour.
family tree, you know what I'm saying? Because this guy, you know, he's not your father, he's not your dad.
Yeah.
But is he like a dad to you?
Kind of.
He gives you advice and
No.
sits you down?
He does?
I never take advice.
Howard, Jackie and I have a platonic friendship. She said if we're compatible, within 20 years, we'll be married.
I wouldn't ever consider marriage.
You will never marry anyone. And you would sleep with other men besides
I
Jack.
don't
Rejected
sleep with
again.
men.
You do not sleep with
You are
Jack?
celibate,
No.
as they say?
Well, no, let's say he is.
He is celibate. You won't do anything for Jack to relieve the pressure inside.
We just
That's not my
neck and
problem.
Right, so
No
in other words,
sex.
you are not lovers, you are just friends.
We hold hands.
All right, now...
Tonic.
But she does sleep with other people.
Right.
No, I
Oh, Robin,
don't.
your headband is so beautiful.
Oh, thank
Let me
you.
just
I
say
like
something.
it.
Yes,
No,
now.
my kids, I made an oath with my kids. I'd only go with impotent men.
How much now? What's with
Thank
Frank?
you.
Frank will not get married. You won't.
No
You're
more-
not
no
into
more
your boys
action for
getting
me.
married. Your boys, for some reason, think they're too good for any women. Isn't that true?
I think they think they are.
Yeah.
I know
Frankly,
Frank
think they
does.
are
I'll
too,
tell you that
Frank.
much.
The kind of
Well, look at
women they
Jimmy
bring
Jessica.
around.
Well, you know.
Let me tell you something. The women they bring around, they are too good for them.
They really are. Because Brigitte
Trash
Nielsen,
like
you
that.
hated. They were trash.
Well, if I thought the kind of girls my kids bring around, if I thought they're going to have trash like this, I'd never educated them.
Really. They just go after trashy women who
I'd
will
have sent
sleep
them
with
to a
them.
brothel.
It shows you how bad we are. She educated us, and we still picked those girls.
Are they, what are they? They're like common whores?
Not even, I'd say I don't even think they can make it as a whore.
Really?
I
Unbelievable.
think they have to give it away.
Really?
Well, there goes
really
my love
do.
life.
Yeah, well,
It's over.
Sly's latest girlfriend. Don't you like her?
I don't
She's
want to
wonderful.
comment.
No, she's
what are
very
you
nice.
coaching her for?
No, she is nice.
She doesn't think she's wonderful. Frank, you think she's
Well,
wonderful.
let me just say, for a truck driver, she'd be fine. But damn, if a guy makes $100 million a year and 3 college degrees, I think he could do better. That's my opinion.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm glad
Hey,
you,
you know what it
got
is?
that off your chest.
Nobody
I
pleases
sure
you.
thanks.
Nobody pleases you. Really, it's
Well, bring
impossible.
me around someone that pleases
Who would
me.
please you for your
Someone
son?
like you.
Yeah, I would please you.
I'd marry
With the
Howard.
antenna? Yeah.
Come here, Frank. Why don't you marry me?
No.
What do you mean, someone like me? You are not wearing a bra.
I certainly am.
Oh, you
That's
are.
me.
I'm sorry for looking at your mom that way, but your mom is attractive. What can I say? She is an attractive woman. She's a very good-looking woman.
I would pick someone like you for my daughter.
You would pick someone like me
For my sons, yeah, I think my kids should avoid trashy girls.
Oh, okay.
You do.
I think the girls I have are nice.
Jackie Stallone only thinks the good enough women for Frank and Sly are Diane Sawyer,
Barbara Wolf,
Barbara Walters, and who was the other one?
Princess Di, because
Princess
really,
Di.
I think
All
she'd
these
play on
women
the
are taken,
side.
though.
Don't you understand that
Not
Frank
really.
and Sly want women who will just have sex with them? Don't you see that guys just want to relieve themselves? Look at this guy over here. This guy Jack.
I'm chomping at the bit.
Now you've written this book.
Yes, and you're in it.
This is star power. This is about you can tell your fortune from this.
Well, you
You
can
have
tell
a
your
prediction for the future?
I have them all written down for you.
Now, how do you get these powers?
I went to school for 17 years.
You're saying that anybody can go to school and get the powers to predict the future?
Not the power, the knowledge.
Really?
Well,
I went
how
to
else?
school for 17 years and I got a high school diploma. She got the knowledge.
Yeah. And
Well,
hey,
no.
she's got a book and you don't.
No, I went to astrology school for
Oh, I
17 years.
Frank, you can't get your mother under control? I mean, really, what is the deal?
I don't
You can't
know.
get her
Every
under
girl I
control?
meet, I'm so used to it because I grew up with astrology all the time.
He's a
It
good
was
astrologer.
It was like a bad habit. Every
I
girl
don't
I'd see
believe
is
in
like,
this
what is your sign?
I
Well,
don't
then-
believe in it.
Well,
I don't
then,
believe
I
it.
had a nice prediction for you. I'll take it back.
No. Go ahead. What is the prediction?
I did. Basically, your show was up for renewal on an eclipse.
Yeah.
And being that you're a Capricorn, your show will be renewed and be much bigger and better.
That's not good.
Well, I
You
can't
want out of
wait.
it.
No,
And
bigger,
Howard,
bigger.
she
And
tells it
Howard,
the way it
say
is.
it. You heard it here. I mean, I could have told you the opposite because I do TV shows for renewal contracts
Tell us
on a
something
regular
bad that's
basis.
going to happen to somebody. Tell us something bad that's going to happen.
Well, such as what?
I mean,
Circulation's going to cut off in your head in
I
about
tell you,
10
my
minutes.
head's going to fall up from this headband.
I don't like to say bad things.
Now, I read the book, and I predict that Frank will get crabs this year.
Frank, oh, you want to hear a story about crabs? Can I tell it?
No.
Go ahead.
Oh, no.
Why?
I never ate crabs.
Well, just a minute. You did so once.
Mom, I used to go crabbing in the Chesapeake
No.
Bay.
I
I
didn't
never
think
had
of crabs.
One
never had
day,
crabs.
Frankie was about 15 years old, and suddenly we lived in
crazy?
Philadelphia. Oh, he'll scream.
And he had to shave all his
No,
pubic
this girl sat on his lap,
hair? A gross out on his
and
lap?
he could swear she gave him crabs. And what do you think he did? He doesn't know whether he did or not. He went to her father's house and knocked on the door and said, "Your daughter gave me crabs," and wanted the father to pay for a medical physical to Dr. Bedford.
Are you serious?
I know it.
You got to be proud of your boys. You got to be. You got to be proud. You
I mean,
really
if that
do.
is, that's probably the only case of like someone sitting on your lap fully clothed and giving you crabs.
How could that happen?
Now, tell me some more predictions from the. You're doing this astrology. You have
All right,
predictions
I have
about.
it all written down.
All right.
I was in Russia 2 months ago, and I had to do the predictions for the state of Russia, the economy, and Gorbachev's future. So I said,
Now, how do you get over to Russia? I mean, who pays for you to come over to Russia and do these predictions?
I went over as a tourist, and by accident or coincidence or destiny, my dream was to meet the Gorbachevs. I didn't think I stood a prayer, and that was going to stop me from going to Russia. But I found an interpreter who happened to be a friend of an interpreter of Gorbachev's who gave Risa my book.